Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Rusty Cannon needs a little bit of silence from everyone on the plane. He's got a broken nose, and he needs to get some sleep. So if everyone could just be quiet. Ma'am, if you don't shut that baby up, I'm throwing it out the airlock. I don't care that he's a little bit stopped up. Rusty needs some peace and quiet for that game against the Marlins. Hey Chris, we're batting third. And hey everyone, welcome back to MLB The Show 18's Road to the Show with Kyle Snow and Chris Miller. In our last episode, Rusty broke his nose. And this time...
Hey, Defo, leading the league in batting average. Playing for the Padres.
Oh, Defo got traded? Good for him. How's Detroit doing? Hopefully terrible. Alright, Chris. How do you feel about the Marlins?
Meh. Something fishy about them.
Oh, nice fucking meme, dude. Okay, this is straight up next day, and we traveled, so maybe Rusty's been in better shape. Yeah, it's like the only way you get hurt worse is if you get hit in the face again. Maybe we don't risk. Maybe we don't risk slides as much if we can avoid them.
Yeah.
Like definitely no for funsies slides, and maybe we take it a little bit easier on stealing bases. Not gonna have to on that one though. Nice job, dude.
Especially with 2 outs, we really shouldn't be stealing.
We don't have to steal here.
It's true.
See that Showtime meter's taken down, Chris. Broke his face. You go and slide in, and Rusty's head just comes off. Your career is ended because Rusty is dead.
High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
You're a foul ball. Are we gonna get stranded on second? Probably. Oh, maybe not. Oh, nice. You're in. Dude, that was great. Way to go, Josh Bell.
Up next from Miami, Johnny Castro. He reached
I think pitching is our main issue.
Fidel Castro's son, Johnny.
Here it comes. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's over his head.
Well, that catcher's not winning the Golden Glove.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh.
For catcher, right?
He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field.
Get out of here! Oh, come on, man.
In on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall.
It was bad.
Chris Vizcaino. Bouncer to the left side.
Okay, perfect. We got one that didn't hit you in the face.
And quickly, there are 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Rusty Cannon. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Okay.
Here comes the first pitch. Missed with a breaking ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is
A lot of pressure on you on this one, dude.
Especially when he gets ahead of hitters, he needs to find that curveball again.
Count even now at 1-1.
Let's go, Rusty. Let's go. Rusty Cannon. Let's go. Rusty, Rusty. Let's go. Grand salami time, baby. Is our third one of the Or no, we had one like recently, but like I know we had one earlier today, but we had one recently, like our first one, but that wasn't this year, was it? That was before we got
I don't
injured.
think it was this year, no.
Yeah, it was
No, it
before we got
couldn't
injured. We got another bone sesh going on at the plate there.
Man, the base is loaded, man. The train as well.
Yeah, you've got
Yeah, we used to have a real problem with that.
pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hitter at the plate. But that's
Honestly, with how low that wall was, that guy could have jumped for it.
He's 0 for 1 after
No.
grounding out in his only trip to the plate so
He could have
far.
tried. He could have stopped 4 runs. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, he had a broken nose the other day. Why would he want to
That's not
jump?
the same guy.
Sure it is.
We're not even playing the same team. Also,
Hmm.
he didn't get hit in the nose. He got hit on the top of the head.
Digging in and
No,
looking
that's a different
for
guy.
more, Rusty Cannon. He's
Are
already
you just
got
making up a broken nose?
Yeah, it
Are you
could
just-
happen.
Giving him back? Sure. I guess he's the same injury that we do. Also, Chris, we have a chance at a cycle here.
fastball that time.
It could happen.
We've got the easiest and the hardest one out.
I mean, triple's probably the hardest.
Over a home run?
Down the corner, but
Yes, dude, we hit maybe 40 homers a year. We do not hit 40 triples.
from the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
That's because when we get a homer,
This one high and deep
we
to
stay on
right
triple.
center field. But that'll
There's your
off
triple.
the wall in right center.
Sure.
Around second. He's on his way to third. And he is into third with a triple. His third hit of the night.
It's rare to hit a triple, but he's knocking on the door of history right now. In addition to that 3-bagger, which is the hardest one to get, he already
Okay,
said
you know what?
he's
Maybe you're right.
gonna have a cycle.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. I mean, perfect timing would have been if I'd said it right before that, but pretty
Keep in
good.
mind, Kyle, like, if you get 10 triples in a year, in real life, you usually are leading the league.
Gotta believe the pitcher can
10 home runs is
understand the
nothing.
fact that he's covering away.
I
He's
guess.
covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
We get a lot of triples, though.
We do, but we still get less triples than we do home runs.
Aaron Altair,
Yes.
runner in scoring position with 2
Because you fucking run home a lot.
I think that first year we had like 19 triples, and then I think we had like 29 home runs.
Yeah.
Cannon on third with 2 out.
And half of those triples were times where you got picked off going home.
Dump this one out to left.
Nice.
Base hit, and that'll get
And he's
a run.
in! Rusty! What? Are they just gonna show you walking down to the dugout? Alright, Chris, let's just get a double. Just knock it over the wall, off of the ground.
He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. Here comes the first
3
pitch.
for 4?
Thought he had the inside
Mhm.
corner.
Oh, yeah, there was that one,
Missed for
yeah.
ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas? Oh, hang on now. This
Sorry.
ball is cruising to left field.
He just stops on second. He's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Gone.
Jesus Christ. Rusty does not give a fuck.
A solo shot here to left. His second home run of the
Ooh.
game as they've widened
Meanwhile,
this
it's
lead
10 to
to
2, and he's
8.
celebrating.
Oh, and it's not even the first home run. Oh, fucking catcher, fuck you. Ruined the shot.
And we've seen
I'm not even putting in the guitar sound
these guys
effect
so
because of
far.
that catcher.
Zero, what do you make of all this?
Hero, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitter. Well, this game had its moments.
Chris, we won the
but it
game.
got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can
Hmm.
coast to a 6-run win.
We have 9 RBIs in our last 2 games.
It's pretty good.
And we're 8 for 9
The final in this game.
with 3 home runs.
Led this game from the third
And 7
inning, never
runs.
wavered. Dan Strickland
We're doing all right.
What the fuck?
Dude, look at that. Broop, broop. And it's like that third inning never happened.
Yeah, but even that one was like on the warning track.
Yeah.
Like, we're winning MVP, Kyle. I'm telling you.
A player is encouraged to keep developing his complementary skills.
Excuse me, hitting coach. I don't know if you noticed. We were pretty disciplined in that last game.
Our adjusted overall is 90.
90! And our real overall is 83. We're a quality player.
Look at those numbers, dude.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So here's a question, not a baseball question, but like a these games specifically question. Did they ever start hitting you with anything like stat depreciation as you get older?
I don't know about this one. I know in previous games that if you weren't adding to a stat, it would start to depreciate.
Okay.
But no,
But
not
this is a whole
really.
different system, so that doesn't really tell us
Yeah,
anything.
I don't know if it changed anything. But
Because otherwise, like, you can keep playing until you're like 87 years old because your stats are all going to be like fucking 99.
I think they do force you to retire after like a certain period. I think it's like 20 or 25 seasons.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
It's pretty fair.
We're knocking on the door of a
Let's see.
400 batting average right now, too. That's amazing.
4 triples.
7
Big
home runs. And triples, to be fair. RBIs were 3 back of the lead. Runs back of the
Runs we
lead.
lead.
Stolen bases. We've been getting too many home
Somehow.
runs. We have too many home runs. We can't steal any bases.
We're just murdering in that number.
We're the only guy over 1,000.
What's our war?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. 1.5. Keeping in mind that we're like
Already.
10 games into the season, we've won 1.5 of those games by ourselves.
I'm pretty sure we're MVP right now, just so you know.
We have to, yeah.
If the season ended to... Yeah.
If the
MVP.
season ended 10 games into it, yeah, you're right. We would be the MVP.
Look at the difference, though, man. It's crazy.
Yep. Defo. And with the Silver
Let's keep it up,
Slugger.
man.
Yeah. We have had a pretty hot start. No one can doubt us on that.
Detroit's got to be kicking themselves. Look at those last 2 games.
Yep. And that one before it wasn't great. Really, the
8
rest of
for
our
9,
Chicago
3 home
series
runs,
wasn't
minor,
very good.
yes. Well, we had 2 games with home runs at least.
Yep.
First open back in 2.
Well, we had like 1 hit in 3 games. It was a home run, but damn, son.
Stepping in, Rusty Cannon is coming off a big ball game last night in which he accounted for 5 runs batted in. Here's
He
the first
certainly
pitch.
did. Also, that would have been a great way to start.
Foul to the left. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they have not been playing their best baseball of late as they've got 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not execute.
Yeah, thanks for the pro tip. It's hard to win games when the other team gets a lot of runs.
Guys were taking
Thank you, baseball Joe Madden.
and to boot, the defense was
John
on the
Madden?
heels.
It's
Yeah.
John, isn't it? God damn it.
Joe
Sammy
Madden's
Hagar.
actually a baseball manager, so...
Oh, really? That's funny. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Strike number 2.
See, I'm smart.
And there's Joel Madden, who's I think in...
After seeing
Good
a
Charlotte?
fastball
Yeah.
pitch before, it's pretty hard
Twin
to
brother
see
of
backing up
Benji.
on a well-thrown changeup.
And he comes back with one down.
I think it was during MLB, but we've talked about it before. There's nobody cool with the first name Benji. Or who goes by Benji.
The 3-2 pitch.
There have been some Benjis over the years.
Off to the left side.
There's the Molina brothers. Benji. You want to talk guys who can't run?
Next 3-2.
Yeah,
Drilled on
those
the
trio
ground
of
to short.
brothers.
He's there!
Through.
Yep.
Benji,
Base hit.
Yadier,
Hey, maybe
and
we have
Jose.
something brewing right here. That has to be the case.
Oh, Benji and Joel Madden aren't even their real last names.
A starter, numero uno. You have to
Their real, or their birth names were
any chance you
Combs.
Just staging.
At bat.
I'm trying to find that out. Oh, he's in! He's in!
And that's through into left to base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands.
Ready now for the Marlins.
It doesn't really tell us. Here's something that bothers me a little bit.
Look at the score.
Yeah, we're going pretty good. So I didn't realize the age difference between them. Do you remember how Joel Madden used to be dating Hillary Duff?
Mhm.
So that was in 2004. He was 25 at the time. Do you know how old she was?
17.
16.
For the Buccos, Rusty Cannon. He reached on a single.
Not okay.
First delivery
Legal, maybe.
swung on it.
Okay, not really.
By that fastball for a strike.
Stuff has never been a problem with this pitcher.
Like, okay,
Yeah, it's tough. It's one
you
of those
can't
things,
just
dude.
base it off of number of years,
What happened here?
because, like, you know, as you get older, each year matters less.
I would say 9 years is not crazy in the grand
It's
scheme of things. But
Not crazy
at
when
that
you're
age,
older,
it
but when you're
is.
25 and 16, that's a huge 9 years.
Running
It'll work,
hard,
Al.
he's
It's
digging
literally
for
what I
second.
said.
Yeah.
Arms pumping, he's hustling for third. The relay throw.
Boop.
Well, he is in there with a triple.
This is one park in the league that sees a lot of triples because of the
Would
way
you
it's designed.
be
And he adds another one,
more
hitting the third
offended
for the three-bagger.
if she was 18 and he was
Now the
27?
1-1 pitch. Is
More? No, I'd
number 2.
probably.
He might still
That's probably equally
Most
gross.
people-
inning, guys. He got
But
knocked
more
around
people would
for
probably be
strike.
okay with it because she's 18, right?
Recover from Memphis.
Yeah, but like, I'm
There's a swinging bunt up the line.
like, I don't think it's okay for
Strike 2.
like
I'm not disagreeing with you, man.
30-year-olds to
Like,
date 20-year-olds either. Like, so my issue is where the life experience comes in, and
2-2.
the life experience you get in your late teens and early 20s is a huge difference between who you are as a teenager. Even there, like,
How old's Alex?
Alex is 25.
Okay.
And he
We have
misses.
2 years
Woman's
between us.
21. She's 22, sorry.
Yeah.
In his first couple of innings of work.
So that's like pretty much like bare bones of okay.
Plate, Brad Miller
And I mean, like,
with an RBI single in his last
like life experience also matters a lot. Like, yeah, when we're talking about famous people, things get a little bit different. But like, 16, you're still somebody who has a legal guardian.
He's starting to lose location.
And like, obviously, like, things matter a little bit more with life experience. There are, like, so let's say we're gonna use like the same 30-year-old man as like a base point. Are you? No, don't do that. Okay. There are 17-year-olds who it would be more acceptable for him to date under my moral system than some of the 22-year-olds he could date instead. Because, so I'm pretty sure that we'll probably agree on this, but like, if there is an unbalanced power dynamic in a relationship, it's not acceptable, which is something that societally we agree with, right? This is the reason that teachers don't date their students. This is the reason that, you know, bosses are not supposed to proposition their employees, because if there's an unbalanced power dynamic, it's kind of difficult to say no in those situations, right? Like, it's like, are you sure that they're really, like, have all their faculties to make decisions? Also, I really like the way that this park looks, where it's like it's like kind of goes like across in the middle and only lines on the outside. I know that has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but it was mesmerizing to look at. But I think you run into the same situation. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. That was a free run, too. Damn. No. Got it. That was really good. Can't even get mad at the batter for that one. But yeah, no, like, I think that when you're 16 and your life experience so far is filming the Lizzie McGuire show, and maybe the Lizzie McGuire movie at that point, although I'm not sure, and the other guy is doing, or has gone through the punk rock scene where a lot of the times you're playing in dive bars, crowds get pretty rowdy, and then you start making it into stadiums afterwards. Like, maybe you're at different points in your life. Maybe when she's looking for life advice, she's going to be leaning on you a little bit more than she should be, and maybe taking your word for it a little bit more than she should be. And it's possible that maybe you don't have the girl's best interest at heart in that case. And obviously, like, the genders don't matter in these situations. Well, yeah, obviously, I don't know 100% the certainty of these two individuals
Speculating on a
specifically.
relationship that happened like 14 years ago.
That is correct. Yeah, I'm going off of odds here. Like, there very well may be that she's the more mature one. She was the more mature one in that relationship. Who knows?
Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
But you know what? Don't swing at this one. Good call.
I don't blame the pitcher
Just-
one bit for trying to get the chase.
But I think it is fair to say that when the odds can be stacked in such a way that it is acceptable to. Ooh, that's a pitch. It is acceptable to speculate unless proven otherwise, because the odds are so unlikely that things are going to be in one direction, like that's going to be okay in that circumstance, that I would need to see proof in the other direction that it would be okay before I would be okay with something like that. Like, if I were to guess. Also, that is unfortunate.
At the plate, Rusty Cannon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
All right, new pitcher. Let's ruin his day.
Chopped weakly to the left. Gonna be a tough play. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone.
Because you can't be sliding with that nose. Also, I just realized that Rusty has like his hair tied in the back, like 2 of the dreads.
Rounded back up the middle. Reined in. There's one. On to first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs.
It's pretty good.
Striding in, Rusty Cannon. He got
Come on,
top of
Rusty.
one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away.
Give me that fastball upstairs.
Yeah.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Yes, son.
Runners off for second. Into the corner and slicing foul. Bullington is off at first with 2 away.
Yeah.
He was able to foul out
I don't know. Semi-related, but like more so just like, you know, moving out of specific people and into just kind of like me in general. I've always, like, while there are still people that I will find physically attractive, younger girls, like, even in their like early 20s for the most part, and like especially the ones in their late teens, I find that their personalities don't attract me the way that they once did. Like, the things that I look for in a girl are different now.
Sure.
Like, I guess like tastes change as you get older.
And also, when you don't think of a certain person immediately in your head because of their age, you generally try to find more faults in people.
Right, in general, but there are, yeah, obviously, like, but I found that for the most part, when I meet a girl who is in between certain age ranges,
What's
there
our
are
time
certain
like, by the way?
things. We are 21 minutes in. There are certain, like, you know, there are certain gaps in life that are, like, you know, there's certain gaps in experience that, like, between the two of us that are things that I just don't necessarily want to have to go through with people, like in a partner, right? Like, oh, what the fuck is that thing next to you? Oh, it's the band-aid because you're injured. Okay. And, like, you know, like, part of it could be like there are things that I have experienced that, like, between 22 and 27 that are just, you know, going through that again with another person might be difficult because it wasn't always the easiest thing to do the first time, and, you know, it's nice not to have to worry about that with Alex. She's got a pretty good head on her shoulders. The differences between, and, like, that's like a more symbiotic relationship. A lot of my weaknesses are things that she is better at, and vice versa. So while there are times I kind of have to have to step up and do things that are trivial for me, but like a little bit more of a, you know, a little bit more out of her ballpark, if you will. Also, fuck this inning. Really? This is a terrible way to start. Like, the opposite is true, too.
To snap out of it. Tough homestand, only able to squeak out 1 win. This is a huge momentum game for this team.
Boom.
High and deep out there to left center
At
field.
least in the gap.
Ranging back,
Yeah.
and this will get all the way
Better
up.
it didn't go over the wall, because that's going to be a triple instead of a double.
The relay, and he'll get there
Nice.
as he legs out the leadoff triple.
In most parts of the league, that would
But yeah, I guess the only thing I should specify is, specifically in the instance of your relationship, based off of what I know of Morgan's backstory, I know that she is a lot more developed mentally and emotionally than
1-1 home.
most people her age,
It misses.
and she's a lot closer to you in those areas than the average 27 and 21-year-old or 22-year-old, so in case that was the implication that I was giving off, specifically in your case, I don't think that that metric holds.
Now a moment here at PNC to take a look at the Pirates lineup card in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I think
Polanco.
keep an eye on Gregory.
Get us in.
He's a special player, no doubt. But at home, get this. He's hitting over 400. I mean, he's swinging the bat. He's hitting everything. He's just a very special player playing at home in front of these fans.
Oh, Polanco, give me a moment.
Grounder hit
Thank
hard
you.
down the first
Damn it.
baseline.
Thank you for nothing.
They'll do it again.
He might get walked here.
Another full count.
Do fielders' choices still help your on-base percentage?
Back up the middle, and that's through into center
The
field.
hill one?
Base hit. The runner from third comes
Do
across to score.
do fielders' choices still help your on-base percentage?
Now a 2-1
No.
ball game.
No? Okay.
Hey, good job of hitting right there, Devo. Runner on third.
Standing in, Rusty Cannon. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right.
Get there.
Marte
Okay.
will stay with it as he backs up.
Can't believe they didn't get over the wall.
One gone. So stepping in, Rusty Cannon, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
76 pitches in the first 4 innings must be a bad time.
Him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue.
Andrew, the first guy up, so yeah, like we're just at the start of this one.
High and deep to straightaway right. And
Go!
going back, still going back.
Go, baby!
And it's gone as they add
Jesus, you've been a fucking monster
Mhm.
this season.
a solo shot here to straightaway right field. 8th home run of the season for him, and it's now
Raise the jaw. Well, now I know what that stupid bird in the sign is. It's our shitty mascot. That's one thing I will say. Detroit definitely had the better mascot.
Really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat. They can go deep.
trying to pick things up where we left off. Rusty Cannon.
So we've got the home run and the triple already,
Right here.
and we're only in the 5th inning. Chris, this is a pretty good opportunity for us. We're in the 5th, and this guy's already pitched 25 pitches. Damn.
And that is
All right, that's pretty good. Half of the game left to get a double, dude. I believe.
Well, with that base hit right there, D-Road, he's one double. He's 3/4 of the way to the cycle. He gets one more AB. All he needs is a double.
Yeah, and I got to be honest with you. If I'm hitting right here and I have a chance for a triple, Dan, guess who's tripping coming around second base? That's it.
Hanging in for 2.
We did that once. Not literally tripping, obviously, but
7 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates.
guess who's tripping coming around second base? Man, the number of, like,
Runner goes for
weird scenarios they would have had to have... I don't think you had to slide on that one, I'm going to be completely honest.
easy stolen base.
You were almost there before it even hit the catcher's glove.
Gregory Polanco. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Few steps off the second there. Now the
Oh my
pitch.
god, what a slow release.
Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here, he swipes third, and they just kind of gave it to him.
Yeah, son.
All right.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got
You
him.
dick, Polanco.
Josh
Come on, Bell.
the next to hit. He steps in off a base hit in his
Bring
last
us in,
at
baby.
bat.
We need those stats.
Now the runner's on
Chris.
home. Oh, in confusion as he just looks at a strike. And
Chris. What do you have to say for yourself?
Rusty Cannon.
Give the game a hand. It's okay.
It's a 3-run game.
Piece of
Ready
cake.
to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. Scooped up on the backhand.
Oh.
Team in hand.
Ooh. Kind of all comes down to this play right here. Don't blow it. You didn't blow it.
What if we won, told you.
You didn't get back up. God damn it. Rusty Cannon.
Willie Park struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. Tommy King.
I'm gonna trip coming around the second. Coming around the bases at second. It's pretty good. Also, 3 for 5 is not bad. We've gotten like multiple almost cycles in this game so far. Or in this season so far.
We'll have to check out what Detroit's doing.
Yeah, let's take a look. Cincinnati not doing so hot this year.
Fucking tires.
5 and 8? Fuck, that's not like that bad. I think it's
not that
bad.
great.
No, of course not that great. How's that second baseman do it for them? And how's what's his face? Bogarts? Oh, Bogarts. Oh, we'd even be starting over him at this point. Man, they should have just kept Rusty for another season.
To be fair, that second baseman's doing pretty good.
He's not doing as good as we are, though.
No, but I mean...
Look at the different... Look, he's already gotten an error this year, Chris. Look at that. Garbage. And did you see the difference in slugging?
Mm-hmm. We'll leave it on this.
Yeah, son. We will leave. I had forgotten that we had to worry about a time limit in this episode because I'm really on top of that today. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And next time,
we'll continue our journey towards MVP.
MVP.